Welcome to Fix It Warrior. So today I'm at my church and we have a problem with this closer right here. It's about 40 years old. It's just not working anymore. People will leave after a service and the door doesn't really close. It doesn't latch. So I've tried to adjust it to tighten the tension. It's adjusted out as far as it can go. So we are going to be putting in a brand new closer on this door. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna get rid of this old one. We're gonna remove the bolts. There's 4 here. And then we've got some up in here. We're gonna take this apart. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, but if I can't, I'm gonna stop the video and do it and then pick it back up with the new part. These actually aren't that bad. They've been on here for a long time and they've got many coats of paint on them, but they actually seem to be coming out without stripping. Okay, so we have this taken out. They came out pretty easy. Now I'm gonna get in here and just remove these from the very top here. Move that out of the way there. These should come out pretty easy as well, hopefully. They do have lots of paint from over the years. Okay, 2 more to break loose. That one is a little tight, but it's not stripping yet. I apologize for the camera work here. As you know, we have a highly professional camera crew on staff. Good, all 4 of them broke loose. All right, I'm gonna set the camera down. Okay, so the old one is off. We've got everything taken apart here. And now we're going to come in here. This is our new hardware kit. We're gonna get in here, take this all apart, and see how to put it back together. Okay, so it's kind of cool. They have a universal plate that you can put on here so you don't have to drill new holes. And then the actual door closer will screw into this. So this is cool. All right, I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and so then this will fit over and I'll mount these screws right into this plate and then we're good to go to start putting on the rest of it. Okay. All right, these are nice and tight. Okay, so this part is on. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Now we're gonna move on to this next part and tie in this linkage here, I guess what you call it. So let me go check that out. So it's interesting here. This plate, the holes line up. So it must be kind of a universal plate, I guess. Okay, so this went in great. Lined up, the holes lined up perfectly. And so now I'm gonna try to follow the directions and see how this linkage hooks up. Okay, so we're gonna screw this bolt in right here. And then that gives you, it moves around nice and freely, although this is tight. Okay, and then the other, this right here. Oh, you know what? I think I got this upside down. Yeah, I do. So let me go change that. I'll put it right side up. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I had to make a few adjustments here. So this was right, but I had to, hold on, I had to switch this around right at this knuckle here. So what I'm looking at right now is the adjustment for how much torque. So I guess I'm going to try a few things and see how it works. I do know on this door, this metal jamb right here is pushed in a little bit. In the winter, for some reason, it shifts in and binds at the bottom. So I brought my sledgehammer there, and we're going to persuade it to get back into shape. So let me work out some adjustments here. Okay, so I set this in like they said. I'm going to hook up this over to this pin here, and then let's see how much torque that leaves me. Oh, I see what happens. Where you place this determines how far the door opens. That's what it is. So let me fiddle with that. Okay, so I got everything hooked up. I'm gonna put the cover plate on in a minute. This is your adjustment right here to increase the strength of the piston to close it. I'm still having trouble down here. I'm gonna take my sledgehammer and a piece of wood and try to knock that jamb out a little bit to get this thing to close smoothly. Okay, so I've got the tension good. I've got that door jamb knocked in. As you can see, there's quite a bit of gap. So I'm gonna move this plate back a little bit and see if I can get a better seal, but it is closing now, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna set this cover plate over this. Oh, I see. Okay, you gotta knock this out in order to get this cover plate up over this. So let me pop this out real quick with my finger. I've never done one of these before, so this is the first door closer I've ever done. Okay, pops out pretty easy. Looks like there's gonna be 2 little screws on each end. And I just have to get that lined up there. Right there. You come down a little bit, I guess. Right where that screw hole is. Okay, let me screw that in and I think we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up. Awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store, get a new piece of weather stripping so we can kind of seal that in, but it looks good. It's closing good, no problems. So I'm just gonna take a little utility knife blade, peel this all off. It's been up there for a while, kind of messy, but you get behind it, it'll come off just like that right there. Okay, so we're gonna start up at the top here. It's got a sticky side on the bottom, so we're just gonna peel this off, get it close to the edge as we can. One thing about having this YouTube channel is I'm learning how to do things with one hand. Because I don't have like a professional setup. So I'm trying to do everything myself. So you see here, with the new weather stripping on, that that's pretty darn good. I'm gonna go with that. This foam will expand a little bit because I pushed it in to stick it. It will expand and fill up that gap. So that's it. This job is done. And it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me today on Fix It Warrior. As you saw, we put an old dinosaur to rest, put a brand new hydraulic door closer on, a commercial one. It's not that hard. It took me about an hour because I've never done one before, but I figured it out. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Hey, listen, if you like what we're doing, do me a favor, like and subscribe. That would help me out a ton. I want to get more content out just to help families and people do things on their own if they can. So other than that, we'll see you next time on Fix It Warrior. God bless you.